In this cup, I have the top 5 cities to know about when thinking about making a move to Columbus, Ohio, and we're going to cover every single one of them. From the best schools, the best job opportunities, and just a place that I personally really like. Let's take a look at every single one of these locations. We're going to shake things up just so we're not cheating, and then first and foremost is going to be Reynoldsburg. One of the most unique things about Reynoldsburg that I personally really like is how close in terms of a proximity it is to every single thing. You see, from LA Fitness and Planet Fitness that are literally like 5 minutes apart to a massive Target that's close to both of those locations, and then you got Taco Bell, McDonald's, and everything like that in that small little intersection. I mean, it's a place that a lot of people really like. Number one, because of the cheaper cost of living compared to the other locations that we're going to cover. And then number two, because of the fact that, well, there's always every single thing in a close, tight-knit location. You see, from a proximity standpoint, Reynoldsburg is super close to actual Columbus. And overall, it's not like it's too far. It's about 25 minutes from downtown. One of the most fun things about Reynoldsburg is its name is actually the birthplace of the tomato. What? Pretty cool and a fun fact kind of thing. But I really like it, number one, because, well, most of my friends actually live in Reynoldsburg or Pataskala, that kind of area. And number two, it's so much cheaper from a cost of living standpoint compared to the other locations that we're going to cover, according to my handy dandy cup over here. If you're looking for affordability and accessibility, this is the location for you. Only about a 20 minutes drive from actually getting to the city of Columbus, you've got the juxtaposition of the suburban area and the urban charm. With a median household income of around $73,000, it's not that much more expensive compared to these other locations. And in terms of an actual cost of living and a cost of homes, you're looking at around $285,000 to around $300,000. One of the big things and one of the things I really like about Reynoldsburg is it's still developing. You see, you're going to see some of the new construction homes as we're actually got the B-roll here, but even in the locations that I'm actually standing in and even the locations that you're seeing all this footage of, there's so much growth actively happening that we're seeing a lot of people look at this place, number one, for the appreciation, and number two, for just the location as a whole. What's up, guys? Here in Reynoldsburg right now, looking at some new developments as we speak. I know we just came from my office, but here, this is on East Broad Street, M1 Homes, very popular builders. But this is what those neighborhoods look like right here. Wanted to show this off. They've got a community center, pools that are being built, a lot of really cool things. I'm gonna just showcase this with my phone so you get a better picture, better view. And if you have children, Reynoldsburg High School District has been looking to add STEM programs all throughout the Reynoldsburg City School District, making it a main focus and a main priority for everyone that lives there. And according to niche.com, its overall rating is a B-, with a B- in academics, B in teachers, C- in clubs and activities, A+ in diversity, A- in college prep, and C in admissions, having around 7,374 students and a 20-to-1 student-to-teacher ratio. It was ranked as the #1 most diverse school district in Ohio. It was ranked 140th for the best city school district for athletics and 408 for the district for the best teachers in all of Ohio as a whole. When we look at the reviews for Reynoldsburg, what we're seeing is an overwhelmingly trend that encompasses the 5 and the 4-star ratings and only 2 that say terrible. According to the newest review, we're seeing people say, as a student who transferred to the Reynoldsburg City School District in 7th grade, I would give it 4 out of 5 stars. The first star is for the mile they go to elevate education. Upon my arrival, I was given the opportunity to participate in STEM programs and advanced courses, even if it meant busing to a different school. The second star is for the admirable sense of community. Unlike my old school, Reynoldsburg students value trust and compassion over academic worth. The third star is for the relationships teachers form with students. I know I can always reach out to them and receive support. The fourth star is for encouraging creativity. Reynoldsburg offers careful, curated courses and programs aligning with students' interests, inspiring me to become more ambitious and try new things. However, I'd like to see more effort from the district in preventing drug use and violence as it impacts the school's reputation and atmosphere. And that's a thing, especially with the drug use and violence part, that we're seeing all across the nation. You see, just because of social media and how cool it is to vape and things like that, we're definitely seeing more of a usage when it comes to vapes and e-cigarettes, especially in city school districts. I've got a sister of mine that's a senior in high school, and she goes, dude, every single time that I walk into a bathroom, it smells like a meth lab. Now, I asked her how she knows what a meth lab smells like, and she kind of changed the conversation a little bit. But apparently it smells like a meth lab. So this is an issue that's not just Reynoldsburg, but all across the country. And just a heads up, I'm definitely gonna have to have a conversation with my sister now that I think about it. But let's read the 1-star terrible review. They say, there has been mold and water issues in some of the schools for years, and it recently has been found that it has been affecting students and people having health issues. Someone needs to do something. Oh man, that was not good. I can understand that. Hey, that's something that's definitely terrible, right? Combining with the schooling, what we're seeing is there's a lot of families that just enjoy the parks and the natural aspect of the location. One of the big ones is the Blacklick Woods Metro Park, which offers hiking trails, picnic areas, and one of the best public golf courses in the region. What we're seeing with Reynoldsburg, and the reason I brought it up in the first place, is new commercial and residential developments. You see, in all these locations, they're actively building, especially in the east side of Columbus. We're seeing more and more builders actively call it home. I'm excited to see how Reynoldsburg progressively develops. I'm excited to see how more and more people actively come to make it home. One of the other reasons that I hope I can be a little bit more selfish here is because we're seeing a ton of restaurants and restaurateur growth, I think that's a real word, because Reynoldsburg is home to most of the Desi community that actually lives in Columbus. And what we're seeing is we're seeing a cultural amalgamation like none other. You see, from events that happen in the summertime to the wintertime and every time else in between, there's always something to do. And every single location that you drive, every street will either have a Nepali mart or some kind of restaurant to enjoy the food. I'm personally a big fan of this, and it makes me, well, enjoy the fact that anytime that I want something to eat, if I'm hungry, I know I've got something right there. So if you're looking for a cost-effective suburb, a place that's not too far from Columbus and is actively developing, Reynoldsburg is the place for you.
I'm coming for heads, I'm here to collect. Go telling to pray for my enemies. They see my success and start losing rest. But when I was down, they ain't check for me. I'm getting revenge, I kill them.
All right, now let's look at the second location that we are going to talk about, and that is going to be, what does that say? Upper Arlington. I mean, what is there not to talk about Upper Arlington? One of the most promising locations in all of Columbus, a place that a lot of people are calling home for the historic charm and the beautiful location. Upper Arlington is something like wonders. Located just northwest of downtown Columbus, Upper Arlington is renowned for its Upper Arlington City School District, which is one of the best city school districts in the entire country. And Upper Arlington is definitely a lot more established than Reynoldsburg as a whole. You see, what we're seeing here is more of a boutique shop kind of vibe. We're seeing more of an older crowd that actually lives here, but at the same time, we're also seeing people actively look at Upper Arlington, call it home, when you do have children and you want them to get a fantastic education. The city's numerous parks, like Northern Park, and varieties of boutique locations and boutique shops make it a tight-knit community where you really do get to know your neighbors and you know everyone that lives there. You see, one of our clients gave us a call from Seattle and she said, I need a great city school district. And I was like, you're just pregnant. And she goes, I mean, this is the time to think about it, no? And I'm like, I am very, very off if that's the case. But hey, she wanted a fantastic city school district for her kids, especially something that was established, something that already had a location and rigor to its name. We discussed a few options, and the biggest one that actually stood out to her was Upper Arlington. One of the things that felt really unique and amazing for the location was the sense of community and the slower pace of life. You see, Upper Arlington isn't this hippity-doo-dah, super fast-paced location. It's a lot more tranquil. It's a lot more relaxed and a lot more just zen. Most times, people that live here already have established careers and they know exactly what their day-to-day activity looks like. Right now, the median cost of a home in Upper Arlington costs around $590,000. And what we've seen is a trajectory in the home prices that has only gone steadily up from 2017. I'm going to show you this graph here so you can see it, but from the $337,000 average price point in 2017, there's definitely been some hiccups on the road, but right now we're steadily on our way to having higher and higher appreciation every single year. So if you are thinking about making a move to Columbus, Ohio, one of the big things to understand is that when you're buying now, historically speaking, we're going to have more appreciation in the next 5 to 10 years. And if you are planning on living here for a longer duration, all those things will definitely play in your favor. Now, according to niche.com, Upper Arlington is ranked as the 5th best city school district in all of Columbus, Ohio, with an A overall niche grade rating, A+ in academics, A+ in teachers, A in clubs and activities, C- in diversity, A+ in college prep, and B- in admissions. With around 6,455 students and a 20-to-1 student-to-teacher ratio, it's definitely a smaller area. What we are seeing is it's ranked as the 3rd best city school district for athletics, 15th best place to teach in all of Ohio, and the 21st best city school district as a whole in the entire Ohio area. Wow. When we look at the reviews here, they are overwhelmingly positive, with only one that says terrible. If we look at the newest review, which was just 3 months ago, it says, "The best part of being an Upper Arlington student is the sports, commentary, and the connections with teammates. The worst part is the connections between students and classes together. No one wants to meet new people and are stuck in the group of friends. I would like to see a student body change and more events that people will want to go to other than sports." Hey, I can appreciate that sentiment. Not everyone likes sports, and I'm happy that you had the courage to say that. When we look at the 1-star review, it says this: "The school system is flawed. Many teachers only care for the smart and hopeful kids, while the other kids are left for nothing. Learning to take tests and study is not a strong suit there." And I understand this. Hey, listen, you can't tell an elephant and a monkey to climb a tree and use it as a text mechanism, right? Every single person has different ideologies. So, I mean, if something needs to be done there, then something needs to be done there. And also, listen, when you are watching these videos, I want you to realize something. I'm just a dude behind a camera that's talking to you, right? Do your own research. Look at the places that you want to go at, talk with some of your friends, take a look at these locations and actually come to Columbus as a whole, and let's take a look at some of them in person. Get the best vibe, get the best feel for all these locations, and use that as a stepping stone to figure out ultimately where you are going to live. Every place is different and every vibe and frequency is different with it, and I want to make sure that whatever decision that you decide to make, you're making the best one for you and your family. And from places like Hudson 29 to the Rusty Bucket and everything else in between, there's always so many places to actually eat that you'll never lose an option or never run out of things to actually go out and enjoy having. Something established, something that already exists in a location that you're definitely going to get to know your neighbors, a vibe that's a little bit more chilled and relaxed. Upper Arlington is the place for you. You know that when your children are going to school, they're getting the best schools. They're getting an education that's absolutely pertinent, and ultimately, they're gonna make some friends. Let's talk about the 3rd location. So we've got my handy dandy cup here, and we're gonna shake things up. As I'm picking something, let me know, do you like this format where I actually use this cup and find something, or would you rather we go back to just me talking to you regularly? Let me know. The 3rd thing is going to be Dublin. What is there not to talk about Dublin? With the Irish Festival coming to be, I'm excited for it. But let me tell you, Dublin is the #1 ranked city school district in the entire Columbus area. Dublin has some of the most beautiful parks, has some of the best golf courses, and overall a vibe and frequency that I think is like none other. Let's talk about it. You see, Lucas reached out to us from Tampa, right? And he said, listen, I've got a job opportunity in Dublin and I wanted to learn some more things about it and see if you guys could actually help us. And I was like, yeah, absolutely. So we discussed Dublin, and one of the big things that he said that really stood out is it's kind of like a miniaturized Columbus, because it's got its own little hippity-doo-dah location in Soto, and at the same time, it's kind of like a miniaturized city of Columbus, but just a little different. Let me explain. You see, while it does have the same amp that downtown Columbus has in Soto, it's also the #1 ranked city school district in all of Central Ohio. Those two things in juxtaposition definitely play a massive reason for why the median home price right now hovers around $530,000. Because, well, people are getting the best of both worlds, a urban nightlife and a suburban feel. That's kind of what people in their 30s and 40s are looking for. And that's exactly why a lot of people that are reaching out to us directly are looking at places like Dublin. You see, we've got a wide group of clients that call us every single day, from people that are looking to retire, to people that just got a software engineering job in Dublin, to people that are looking to work at New Albany, and everything else in between. And when we talk about the juxtaposition of the urban nightlife and the suburban feel, well, it makes sense for a specific group of people. What we're seeing, more of a migration here, is for people that actually have kids, but also are in their early 30s or just moving up in that ladder. People that have a software engineering job, something that's six-figure paying, but at the same time, they want to go out for a night out and enjoy the town. Because Dublin is no shortage of festival, let me tell you. From the Dublin Irish Festival, which is one of the largest Irish festivals in the country, is home in Dublin. Dublin also features tons of prominent companies here. Companies like Cardinal Health and OCLC are headquartered in this location. And the newly developed Bridge Park offers a modern urban feel with upscale apartments, rooftop bars, and gourmet dining. And when we talk about the city school district in this location, it's all over. Because Dublin is the #1 ranked city school district in central Ohio. Let me read to you a few things that's gonna make you go bananas. A+ overall niche grade rating, A in academics, A+ in teachers, A in clubs and activities, B+ in diversity, A+ in college prep, A+ in admissions, 16,525 students, 18:1 teacher to student teacher ratio, second as the best district with the best teachers, 5th best city school district overall, and 6th best place to teach. Sizzling hot. You see, I can go over the reviews here, but overwhelmingly, they're super duper hot. I have attended Dublin since kindergarten. Most of the teachers are great and caring. Some have checked out. Oh, I've read this one before. Let's read the second one. Dublin City Schools. There are very great teachers and kindness with my kids' growth. Worst part, because there are so many children, I feel it is difficult to pass the athletic tryouts. Hey, I get it. I mean, athletics are hard. And the 1 rating, which we talked about in an older video that I'll put somewhere here, but this was the same person that had mentioned that Dublin's an overall really good school district. And this is also where the other shoe drops. You see, most of the clients that are looking to relocate here are making that 6-figure number, and Dublin's median income range hovers around $130,000 to $200,000. It makes sense that it's so much higher because it's got so many pretty things attached with it. But hey, if this sounds like you, someone that enjoys a night out, but also wants some of the best schooling for their kids, wants ample job growth opportunities and networking opportunities, then Dublin is the place for you. And with that being said, let me know in the comments below if you're thinking about making Dublin home or if Dublin is a place that's going to be a no-go. Because the next 2 locations that we're gonna cover, let me tell you, they are just as high ranking as Dublin and some of the best places in all of Columbus as we know it. So, got my handy dandy cup. We are going to shake things up here and then I'm going to pick this one. Even before I look at it, even before we look at it, what do you think this name is gonna be? Let me know in the comments below. It's going to be New Albany. Man, oh man, oh man. With over $48 billion in new developments, New Albany is a location that has taken over. Licking County as a whole is a place that has seen so much growth that some people love it and some people hate it. Let's talk about it. Situated on the northeast side of Columbus, New Albany is a location that has some of the best schools, best homes, and the best price tags attached. Listen, what we're seeing with New Albany is people that have successful careers, that have been in their job locations at least 5 to 10 plus years, and want something that's a tight-knit community that doesn't have the same hippity-doo-dah, again, as some of these other locations. You see, New Albany is a place that's meant for center. And what I mean by that is it's a location that's not going to move because it's like a strong tree. Well, it's sturdy. People there have careers. People there know their neighbors, and it's definitely for a different echelon of individuals compared to some places that are cheaper on Columbus's end. Now, I'm also just not saying live here. I'm also not saying live there. What I am saying is we're seeing a specific subset of the groups of people that are looking to make New Albany home, because the median amount that they're making is $203,000. But hey, at the end of this, I might just convince you that it's warranted. Let me talk about it. New Albany's city school district is the second best ranked city school district in the entire Columbus area, just below Dublin. It's ranked as one of the best places overall, with an A+ overall niche grade rating, A+ in academics, A in teachers, A+ in clubs and activities, A+ in college prep, A in admissions, and B in diversity. With having 5,101 students, a student-to-teacher ratio of 18:1, it's amazing. It's ranked as the 7th best school district in all of Ohio, 15th best city school district in all of Ohio, and 28th as the best place to teach. From a ratings perspective, what we're seeing a brand new rating that says, for the most part, New Albany is a wonderful school district. STEM teachers have gone above and beyond to provide the best education possible in their respective field. Specifically, my honors and AP chemistry teachers impacted me the most because she has helped me fuel my love for chemistry and pushed me to excel in every aspect of her class. Aw, that's super cute. However, it would be nice to see more diversity in the city school district. It would also be an improvement to see students who excel in leadership roles recognized for their efforts compared to favoritism and bias in making the final decision. Oh man, I understand that. And then there's some two one-star reviews, very poor leadership that starts from the top. Honestly, I've never witnessed a group of admins with so few brain cells. Sorry, I'm not trying, that's not funny. If you have the money and you are a bully, you'll do beautifully. Whoa. It sounds to me like someone is not a fan of the New Albany School District, which I get that too, because not every place is for everyone, right? But at the same time, like, dude, like there's such an overwhelmingly higher number of people that do like these locations than don't. And the one thing that I will tell you, because my mom is this way, is I don't review something unless I'm gonna give it a negative review. Maybe I'm just a negative guy, but like, I don't go out of my way to be like, this place was amazing. No, I go out of my way to say, this place sucks. So the fact of the matter being that so many people are willing to give it a positive review is something that speaks to me a little bit, because I'm a fan of that. And hey, one of the key things that's gonna come with the nice city school district is a pretty penny for homes. $595,000, almost $600,000 as the median price range in all of New Albany. What we're seeing is a steady growth and appreciation in all of these locations, and it makes sense. You see, from Sunday morning yogas in the green park areas, to the hiking trails and the amazing golf courses that exist. I think Dublin's is better though. There's always something to do for everyone, and there's always someone that you're definitely gonna vibe with, right? The city school district has less kids, meaning that the teachers are gonna have more time to spend with your children, and overall, you're gonna actually enjoy the location. Now, I'm gonna have, obviously in all these locations, you should be seeing active footage of all of them, because we're gonna have our team and I actually go out and shoot everything so you can see what it looks like in person. But for the most part, like, New Albany is absolutely picturesque. So if a well-planned, well-amenitied, good location that has everything top of line is what you're looking for, and you're willing to pay a prettier penny, New Albany is the place for you. And if you want to make New Albany home, all of our team's information is linked down below. Give us a call, shoot us a text. We'd love the opportunity to help you on this journey of homeownership, whether you're looking to make a move in 9 days or 90 days as a whole. And then last but definitely not least, we got one more location here. And listen, if you like these kind of videos, let me know. Like, comment, subscribe, the whole shebang. Got it right here. And this location, I know its name. Let's see if you do. Is going to be Powell. It's turned around. It's gonna be Powell. One of the most interesting things about Powell is, in my personal opinion, it's a location that's kind of quiet, but at the same time, it's super loud. And here's what I mean. Powell is a northern suburb of Columbus, and if you're looking for a peaceful, tranquil suburb with an easy access to downtown Columbus, this is the place for you. With median home income ranges around $150,000 to $170,000, it definitely is on the upper echelon of people that are looking to make it home. And let me tell you, the school districts and the homes, they're pretty nice there too. You see, Powell is a part of the Olentangy City School District, and if you know anything about that city school district, you know two things. Number one, it's super hard to pronounce, And number 2, it is the 3rd best and highest ranked city school district in all of Central Ohio. With median price ranges hovering around $540,000, Powell is a location that a lot of families are actively excursioning to because, well, they're getting a lot of great things. And if you've noticed one thing, I haven't mentioned the amenities yet, because for the most part, when I do mention this one thing, you're gonna call me and you're gonna say, hey Kagan, I'm ready to move to Powell. Let me hold off on just that. The median price range is around $543,000, and because of the city school district and so many other cool things, it makes up for it. You see, with the Olentangy City School District being the 3rd highest ranked city school district in the entire Columbus area, there's so many really cool things about this location. Because with Olentangy being the 3rd highest ranked, it's actually the number 1 ranked highest city school district in the entire Delaware County, with an A+ overall niche grade rating, A+ in academics, A in teachers, A in clubs and activities, B in diversity, A+ in college prep, and A in admissions, with over 23,281 students and a 20-to-1 student-to-teacher ratio, being ranked as the 5th best city school district for athletics, 10th for the best overall city school district, and 57th as the best place to teach. It's taking the cake. And I want you guys to notice one thing, the quantity of students. 23,000 students, and it's ranked as the number 1 place in Delaware County. Whoa, that's pretty cool. When we look at the ratings, what we're gonna see is a few things that go with it. First and foremost, the closest and newest rating was 28 days ago, and it says this. The Olentangy City Local School District offers excellent academics, extracurriculars, and a wide range of opportunities. The teachers are dedicated and the faculties are top-notch. However, the highly competitive environment can sometimes create stress among students, which could be alleviated with some improved mental health resources and a greater focus on balance. While the district excels at preparing students for future successes, fostering a supportive atmosphere where every student feels valued is essential. Encouraging collaboration over competition and implementing programs to reduce pressure would make the experience much better. Overall, it's a fantastic district with room for growth in student well-being. Hey, listen, I get this. As a brown guy that was born in Nepal, excellence in education was the only thing that was preached. And let me tell you, for some people, they thrived on it. For some people, it ate them alive. For me, I hated school. And the focus on mental health and the focus on collaboration over competition is imperative. But this is also a 4-star review. The overall greatness about the school, the fact that teachers and faculties are top-notch, I mean, that says a lot too. You see, one of the greatest things about Powell as a whole is the amenities. And the amenities come in 3 massive, massive factors. Number 1 is the Scioto River. Number 2 is the High Banks Metro Park. And number 3 is the Columbus Zoo and Aquarium. Yeah, this is where the zoo exists. And let me tell you, that simple comment enough has gotten so many of our clients to look at Powell, and it's the funniest thing ever. We actually had a client of ours reach out from Kansas City, Kansas City like Dorothy. And I told them this is where the zoo was. When we had our bio consultation with our team, they said, listen, is this where it is? And I'm like, yep, that's where we want to live. And you might think I'm kidding. I'm not even joking about this. But the zoo, combined with the education, also combined with the beautiful homes, I mean, it just juxtaposes to be one of the best locations all around. And the Scioto River is also, well, gorgeous. You should be seeing footage of the river and everything alongside what we're talking about here as I'm talking about this. But this place is pretty, man. So who is Powell for? Well, if you want spacious homes, you want amazing amenities, fantastic city school districts, beautiful homes, and you've got a budget to spend, Powell is going to be the location for you. All 5 of these locations that we've talked about are absolutely amazing in their own light. If you want something a little bit on the cheaper end, something that's not that structured just yet and that's not completely built out, Reynoldsburg. I wanted to give every option possible. Powell, Upper Arlington, New Albany, and Dublin are such massive power players in Central Ohio, and what we're seeing is a growth to these locations like none other. If any of these locations make you feel like home or you know where you want to live, let us know in the comments below. Give us a call, shoot us a text. And if you want the complete A to Z living guide in Columbus, Ohio, all the information possible, we made that video. I'll put it right up here. Watch it, and I'll see you soon. Peace.